Bron here from On The Move, and this week I'm going to talk about motivation. Yes, motivation. Everyone loves motivation. No, they don't. You know what? How many times have you set the alarm and it goes off, and the first thing you think about is you hit snooze, you roll over, and you dread getting out of bed? Yep, or is it just me? No, I'm sure it's everyone's had that happen. Well, I've actually got a solution for you. I get asked a lot, where do I get my energy? How do I keep it going? You know, as a mother of 5 boys, not girls, boys, you know, it can get pretty tough when it comes to motivation, because you know what? Motivation actually comes from inside. You can't actually be motivated. So I've got a solution for you, and there's 3 things that I'd love you to look at today around motivation. Now, before I get to those 3 steps, my answer to your question is, how do I get my energy? Well, it's my mindset. Yep, you've heard that as well. That good old word of mindset. Everyone talks about mindset, but it's absolutely true. It's what you choose. As Albert Einstein said, insanity. Doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different outcome. You know, like really. If it's not working, you got to change it. You know what? There's plenty of days when we don't want to get up and we've got a stack of stuff to do, but it's not the stuff you want, and you spend yourself being so busy doing other stuff instead of what you really should be doing, which is the stuff to actually grow your business. You know, it's at those times that you really want to make sure that you've got your mindset switched on, that you're actually thinking the way, but even better, that you've got some strategies in place that will immediately kick in to keep you going when you really can't be bothered. The first one that I want you to think about is, you know what, how does your motivation system work? Like what does it work? What gets you going? You need to really think about how you interpret what happens around your world and how motivation works for you. Because you know, motivation is the core to action. So if you understand how and what you do and how it keeps you motivated and what keeps you motivated, does anything keep you motivated? It's really important to know your system. Not my system, not your partner's system, not your kid's system, your system. What actually works for you when it comes to motivation. You know, to be motivated from the inside means you are completely in control of what's happening around you. Because you know what, there's a lot of challenges, there's a lot of stuff that you've just got to really dig deep to get it out. So you want to have a mantra. You want to have something that you can call upon when things aren't great. So my mantra when I feel that slump coming is, I need to think, I need to feel, and I need to act. It's called the new normal. And what that means for me is that I choose to have actions and steps which are just normal part of my daily life compared to what I used to do, or some habits that I would have had which I now no longer do. So it's just literally the new normal. It's not super special, it's nothing flash, it's just normal to me. And that's the kind of thing that I'd love you to think about for yourself. Now, the next thing that I'd love you to think about with motivation is to go back to a time when things were exactly the way you wanted. You were on a high, you got the results that you're looking for. I want you to think about what you felt, what you thought, and what you heard, and what was happening for you at the time, and really ground them to back here, pretty much. I want you to put them back into your head and think about, and really be really clear around why that was so important to you, or why you were so motivated at the time. Because when the slump comes, because you know what, it's going to come, when motivation is going because of whatever reason, we want to go and ground ourselves to something in the past so that we can actually go and act as if it were now. So we actually go back and we actually really feel what it was like to be at that time when things were exactly the way that you wanted them to be. And the third thing that I'd love you to do with motivation is to get active. Yes, I can hear you saying, Bron, I've heard this before, but you know what? The truth is, get active, get out, whatever that means for you. It could be yoga, it could be a run, it could be just a walk on the beach, it could be just standing outside of the clothes salon. It doesn't matter, but it's about getting active, because energy brings motivation and motivation brings energy. So you really want to bring them both together, and it's up to you how you want to work that motivation for you. So you know what? When things are at a slump, please think about how your processes work. Think about how motivation works for you. Take yourself back to a time when it was absolutely fantastic and it was exactly the way you want it to be. And thirdly, get active. And that's it. That's for motivation. Have a great week. Bye for now.